Hi guys, this is a video upon many special requests I'm making today. It's on how to remove the plug inside the mag tube of a shotgun. This works with basically any shotgun, your Winchester shotguns, Remington, Mossberg, you know, whatever, and almost any pump action shotgun. Your Zavsta Arms shotgun, probably many you don't know what that is, but that's, you know, Yugoslavian shotgun. A lot of them. Many of them are all the same, including several automatics like your Remington 1100, your, you know, whatever. This happens to be my Winchester Model 120 Ranger Winchester 1300. Now, first step is obviously remove the barrel nut at the top here. Now, if yours may be stuck, you may need to take a towel over it, twist it, or even go to a wrench. You'll probably scratch the loin. But I clean my guns all the time, especially when I get done using them. And then, depending on the model again, to remove the barrel, you may have to put the action down, or the bolt down. Remingtons you do, Mossbergs I think you do, and Winchesters you don't have to. You're supposed to leave it up. Pull your barrel off, see? Okay, now your next step is, here you got this little part in here which may be wood or plastic. Winchesters are generally wood, Remington and Mossbergs are generally plastic. You got this here, and then there's this little metal piece. Now, how to get the little metal piece out, just take like a flathead screwdriver, punch, whatever the hell you got. Take it in there. You want to hold your finger over this because this is one you're going to want to fly right out. Take your screwdriver, just stick it in that little hole there. Just kind of work it like this here. See how that's coming up a little bit? Then alter, move over here, and do that same thing again. And then go over and over. And once it gets out to the point where it's out fairly, or a decent amount. Oh, just so people don't ask questions, the plug stopper I have in here, which is this little metal piece, isn't a Winchester. It's a Remington. I found that Winchester plug stops fly out way too easily. I've even heard of them, my dad's shotgun, you just twist this off and the thing flies right off. So I put a Remington one in here because those tend to stick in there a little better. So now again, just take your screwdriver, doesn't matter which way, just as long as you go back and forth like this and just kind of pry one end out at a time. Then you can either just kind of just grab it and twist it off, or take the plug and push and down and let that do it, but generally just kind of come out like here. And you can remove your plug stop right here. This is a Remington one again, from a Remington 870. Winchester ones are generally kind of, they're silvery color, and they're thinner than this. And you let your spring and plug out. There's your plug. Okay. Here's your spring. And if you want to get the follower out, you just tip it upside down, push the follower out. I'm not going to do that in this video because that's really easy. Now to put it back in with just the spring, take your cap, just, you know, put it on the top there. You just kind of got to work it in there with your hand like this here. Use your hand as a guide. And then just work your cap back in there. Like so. There you go. And then to put your barrel back on, you know, you put it back on. I'm going to do that. I'll do that in this video, but I'm going to leave the plug in mine because this is one of my shotguns. I use this one for hunt. I use this for hunting, duck hunting and pheasant hunting. And the law says in North Dakota, 3 rounds only. So I'm going to keep the plug in here so I don't accidentally go hunting, and unless not till fall, but forget, put it back in. Plug, you know, just put it back in like that. Then the plug in, they're really easy to put back in. Just a note though, also, if you're going to switch to a Remington plug cap, you might want to, you're going to have to trim down your little boob or whatever, nub, or what do you call this thing, the little thing that sticks out here? so it'll fit over the Remington. So the Remington plug or whatever this is called, plug retainer or something like that, will fit over it, fit through it. Push it back in there like that, and just put your barrel back on, like so. Whoop! Drop the friggin' barrel nut. Okay, and just put your barrel nut back on. You want to make sure you get this pretty tight. I mean, hand tighten it as best you can, but don't take a wrench to it. Just hand tighten it as best you can. Do a function test, make sure the gun functions right. Don't really need a dry fire because that wouldn't be affected by taking the barrel on and off. If you really want to, take a look down the barrel, make sure it's not cracked or whatever in there. Other than that, that's how you do that. I'm also going to answer another quick question. Someone asked me, I've actually had a few people ask me what to shoot, if you can shoot slugs through a choke tube. You can, but it's only recommended you do with an improved cylinder, because if you shoot with a full, it can be dangerous because of the very high pressures in the barrel. It can actually make the barrel explode. The manufacturer usually recommend an improved cylinder to shoot through. If you don't have one, just don't shoot slugs. Get one, they're not that expensive. It's not worth risking hurting yourself or a gun to shoot it through a full or a modified. I've heard people shoot them through modified, but you'll get the best accuracy if you shoot them through an improved cylinder, and that's the most safest to shoot them through an improved cylinder choke. I wouldn't recommend shooting them through the gun with no choke tube, because you'll screw up your choke tube threads inside the barrel. Put a choke tube in. You got any questions, whatever, send me a message.